Hey, what's up? Yeah, we're back here again. And I mean, literally, back here again. And today, we'll be reacting to another analog horror series. Like I've done already. This one is actually one of the most popular ones. You might have already guessed what this is, but this is the one, the only, Vita Carnis. And we're gonna watch this one video today. The Living Meat Research Documentary. The full one. The description is just like, doesn't give us much information. Links, Insta, other music, still be, yeah. So, chapters are Introduction, Trimmings, Meat Snake, Meat Mimic, Harvester, Host, Monoliths, and Singularity. And shout out to Darian Quilloy. I don't know how to pronounce the last part. But shout out to the creator of Vita Carnis. And before we fully... Well, actually, no. I probably already mentioned it in my boiled one reaction. Which, go check that out if you haven't already. But... in that reaction, I mentioned that I'll be recording this and possibly my Gemini Home Entertainment videos today, or in the same day, which is somewhat true. I haven't fully decided, but either way, here we go. Vita Carnis. Yeah. This video talks about and shows imagery of graphic content. Content's misspelled, but I don't care. Like gore, violence, death, and flashing lights. Viewer discretion is advised. Don't worry, I can handle gore, violence, death, and flashing lights. Don't worry. Classified, okay, in-universe stuff. This is in-universe stuff. It doesn't really matter. If you want to read it, then just pause the video or something, read it yourself. But, yeah. Ooh, yay! Peaceful music.
Life has thrived for millions of years.
Okay, has peaceful music, but the voiceover is kind of creepy, bro.
Creatures big and small have found ways to adapt and evolve to flourish in all types of environments. From barren wastes to lush forests, life can be found. Earth has homed these creatures since the dawn of life itself. Only until very recently, things have changed. New life forms have appeared all around the globe and completely changing the balance of nature and what we know about evolution itself. That is why we, at National Living Meat Research, have been studying these new species, trying to help educate everyone about these creatures and their wondrous ways of life. First, what are these new life forms?
Yeah, what are they?
Since their explosive arrival across the globe in 1931, there has been much debate on what these newcomers are and where they came from.
Oh, are they skyrocketed?
Extraterrestrials coming to invade Earth?
Probably.
Or are they demons who come from hell to purge humanity?
Probably.
From what our scientists have discovered, no. The origins of these creatures are solely to Earth, miraculously out of nowhere.
Are you sure, though? Are you sure? Are you sure about that?
We don't know why or how, but thing is for certain, Earth is now their home. What these creatures are is mysterious and still not well known today. But here is what we do know. These creatures are comprised mainly of muscle tissue, organs, and bones. They greatly resemble animals with no skin, or store-bought meat. Because of these characteristics, they have been named accordingly as Vita Carnis. The Carnis species consume decaying, organic matter, but their main diet is composed of raw meat, not including their Carnis relatives. The Carnis only appear in places where there is an abundance.
Why are you saying Carnis like that? I get people have different accents and say words differently, but personally, I like saying Carnis, not Carnis, but go ahead, bro.
Of crawl, which leads to the first creature of the Carnis species, the crawl.
Crawl? What's the crawl?
The crawl is a...
It looks like a meaty plant. Probably is a meaty plant.
Growth of meaty tendrils that closely resemble the small intestine, the only difference being a dark red coloration. These tendrils grow in a similar pattern as vines, mold, or fungi. A primary stem structure is the host to divisions of other, smaller branches. And each tendril contains a variety of veins, arteries, and other similar organs used to transport nutrients absorbed from its surroundings. The ends of these tendrils are equipped with organelles used to absorb water and organic matter necessary for growth. The source of these organic materials is mainly found in dirt and soil on surrounding surfaces. Using its root-like tendrils, it absorbs the material and processes it into usable energy. Although, the crawl also obtains energy through another means. Using a sophisticated form of photosynthesis.
Okay, I was about to say eat humans or something weird like that, but thank goodness not.
The dark pigmentation of the smaller branches is ideal for absorbing sunlight, and therefore allowing solar energy to fuel the crawl's growth.
Nice.
Because of its efficiency, it thrives in almost all types of environments.
Nice.
Easily allowing it to spread across the world, and can be found pretty much anywhere.
Sounds nice.
Its recent inclusion in the...
Even in, like, densely cold areas? Okay. Go crawl.
Ecosystem has caused many major changes in nature's balance. One may assume that the crawl's presence may outcompete any other competitors, but due to its unique life cycle, where old branches fall off and decay into nutrient-rich compost, all forms of life seemingly flourish instead. The crawl's abundance grants plenty of nourishment to all animals, from plants feeding on the decayed crawl, herbivores thriving on increased plant population, and carnivores feeding on both the abundant prey, and are able to eat the crawl as well. The presence of all these animals leave behind waste, which will be broken down and consumed by the crawl, and the cycle begins again. This form of symbiosis leads to an environment where all populations thrive. Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage. Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated.
What was that glitch? That glitch kind of freaked me out a bit. Not too much, but not as much as the boiled one. That really freaked me out. Go check me getting scared to death by a boiled one. I might even put the link to my boiled one reaction in the description, but like, dude, I was about to say they're used for food.
Humanity also uses the crawl to our advantage.
By eating it.
Because of the supernatural rate of growth and its richness in nutrients, it has been sustainably cultivated into domestic farms. The crawl is harvested and processed into fertilizer, which greatly increases crop yield and quality. The crawl may also be used as a food source for humans, and reliably so. But due to its unkindly appearance and taste, it has yet to reach cuisine standards.
Fair enough.
The crawl also plays a very important role in the next creatures that we have been studying. Sometimes, in a crow-populated environment, a node of meat may develop on one of the branches. This node will fall off and grow into a functioning organism, and go to live on as an independent animal. This leads us to the upcoming species that we will be discussing. The first of these creatures are the trimmings. The trimmings.
What? How are the trimmings scary? Do they eat humans? I bet at least one of these creatures eat humans. Yep, that's a bit of foreshadowing.
Trimmings are small animals that resemble skinned raccoons. They are commonly known to have a plump body, round head, small eyes, nose and ear holes, and an agape mouth. They are also equipped with a diversity of limbs. All individual trimmings are unique, each with a different body shape, number of limbs, and other characteristics.
Whoa! They can have spikes? I would like, or not just like, if trimmings and just trimmings alone existed, I would have the one with the spikes. Because that's so bad.
One thing they all share in common is that they are made mostly of meat tissue, and are a maximum of 20 centimeters in length, no larger than a basketball.
Aww. So if one tried to attack me, I could just kick it.
Its life starts with its separation from the crawl. It will wonder to find anything that is edible and able to consume. Although it is an omnivore, being able to hunt meat and forage for plant matter, trimmings are almost entirely scavengers. Their diet consists of rotting plants and meat, including, but not limited to, fruits, vegetables, roots, seeds, insects, and deceased animals. Although its appearance is unsightly.
Ew! What is that? It looks like a naked mole rat. No, dude, no, bro. Like, bro, come. Like, this is a naked mole rat, right? They're like these furless, like, weird What the frick? What is this? What? What? Who sells these? What? Like, if you compare the trimming and the naked mole rat, they look almost exactly alike, except trimmings have that middle arm thing. But would I have one would I still have the spiky one? Yes, I will. I do not care how unnervingly gross it looks, or weird it is. I don't care how weird or gross it looks. I would have one of these.
It is a cowardly creature.
Cowardly creature. Yep. I'm just kidding. That would be a terrible pet. How is it supposed to protect me?
Fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened.
What?
Animals. Although its appearance is unsightly, it is a cowardly creature, only fleeing, screeching, and hiding when threatened.
Oh my god, bro. So much for a bodyguard. like literally, if I'm walking my trimming in the park and some like huge masculine dog comes barking at it, the trimming's just gonna run away, try hide and screech. That honestly, as entertaining that would be and silly, it's honestly sad, because what if it's like a mean dog and it like tries to attack me, and trimming is over here like, yep, I'm gonna run too. Like, what?
Because of its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by...
See, my exactly what I said, pretty much. They're so weak.
predators.
I'd still have one though.
Naturally, its population...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure trimmings don't poop or anything like that. More meat and like more food and nutrients they eat, the bigger they become. Which is nice.
Its lack of defensive traits, it lies near the bottom of the food chain, making it easily overpowered and picked off very regularly by predators. Naturally, its population would eventually die out. This is not the case. The crow constantly produces a large quantity of trimming nodes, keeping up their numbers. Naturally, trimmings can be found wherever there is abundant crow. Trimmings grow at a decent pace, reaching maturity at around 7 months, having a maximum lifespan of 2 to 4 years.
Aww, 4 years? That's barely long enough. Oh well.
Although they are plentiful, humanity has no proper way to implement trimmings into society. Their overabundance has even considered them pests.
Really? Oh no, those were pictures that like flashed us before we started talking about them.
Due to them digging through trash bins and making excessive noise at night. Besides all of this, some people still keep trimmings as pets and relatively domesticate them. Nuisance or not, trimmings are a wondrous creature. From their plentiful numbers to their skittish nature, they are truly a thing to behold.
Yeah, even though they look unholy to look at, they're kind of cute, actually.
The next species on our list is the meat snake.
Snake? Meat snake?
The meat snake.
What is that?
The meat snake is a worm-like creature, made of a variety of types of meat, coated in a transparent, skin-like membrane.
Ugh.
Its size varies during its lifespan, depending on how much it consumes. When it first separates from the crawl, it is only a few centimeters in length. Eventually, it will reach an average length of 5 meters. Although, under extreme conditions, like natural disasters, war, or plague, it can greatly surpass this length. The meat snake's diet consists entirely of dead animals or parts. A meat snake...
animals and parts. So basically, meat snakes are like garbage disposals. So if you ever kill someone, and you own a meat snake somewhere, then you could just take the body and eat meat snake and be like, enjoy your dinner, meat snake. And they eat the whole thing.
Incapable of consuming a healthy, living organism.
Okay, good. They don't eat alive animals. That's good.
The meat snake...
But they would eat humans, but only dead humans, not alive ones.
Locates its food by using a tongue-like organ covered in sensors to touch and feel its environment. The sensors catch particles of decaying meat, notifying the meat snake that there is food nearby. This process shares many similarities to regular snakes, hence the meat snake's name. Once it locates the corpse, the meat snake will open its jaw and swallow the entire body whole.
Like a normal snake.
Once the entire body is consumed, the meat snake's stomach will release a variety of chemicals. Some will break down soft tissue like skin, and the connection points between muscles. Others chemicals will then ferment and preserve the tissue to keep it from breaking down for as long as possible.
Nice.
After that, the remaining flesh and bones will move along the meat snake's tract, and slowly be implemented into its own structure, extending the meat snake.
Nice.
Unsatisfactory parts like skulls, pelvises, hair, and fingernails will be excreted. Speaking of skulls, the meat snake will take the skull from the consumed organism and use it as its own. Each meat snake has its own skull, each corresponding.
Okay, let me guess them. So you have probably like a mouse, a moose. No, not moose. Like a mouse, like a normal. I don't know how to explain the first one on the left here, middle left here. Kind of looks like a. I don't know. And then at the top, there's like top middle. It's like a rhino, and at the right middle, it's a human skull.
What that one has consumed. During its lifespan, it will swap or replace these skulls if needed. A meat snake's lifespan depends entirely on how much a meat snake.
That skull must be like a wolf skull or actual snake skull.
It consumes. The longest one has lived for was 28 years.
28 years. Not bad.
The meat snake has no predators and is immune to disease due to its preserving chemicals. The only significant ways a meat snake can die is through starvation, burning, or complete destruction of the meat snake's membrane coat.
So that's the only way you could kill one, is if it starves, if you burn it completely, or destroy the membrane coating thing.
Interestingly, the meat snake is the only.
Ew, gross. It looks like an earthworm. Looks like an earthworm. Ew. Looks like an oversized earthworm. Ugh.
Member of the Carnis family that is able to reproduce. When a meat snake reaches an excessive size, and is in the conditions to do so, it will commence mitosis, splitting itself in two. Then the now two meat snakes will go on their separate ways and live on as two distinct organisms.
Nice.
Meat snakes can only be found in moderate temperature climates, not too hot, not too cold.
Okay.
Their population depends entirely on the amount of corpses available.
Okay.
Where there is death, there are meat snakes.
Okay, nice.
Humanity will use them to our advantage. Meat snakes are a very efficient and clean way of disposing of any meat products.
Nice.
The preserving fluid within the meat snake's body disinfects the carrion, preventing the spread of disease. Humans use meat snakes in butcher shops as a waste bin, dispose roadkill, within war on the battlefield to dispose of festering bodies and parts, and within zoos to dispose of deceased animals.
Nice.
They are extremely tame, not caring of any.
Ugh. Kinda looks like that, fan-made Shin Godzilla. Yeah, I'm talking about this, like, fan art. I bet some of you have seen this fan art. But that's what the meat snake here reminds me of. But anyway, continuing.
Creature is around them, only acting defensively when it is within consuming a meal. This means they are very easy to tame. Overall, meat snakes are a marvelous creature with a very interesting way of sustaining itself. It is an amazing experience to encounter one, as long as you don't mind the smell.
Yeah, I bet smells bad. Oh no. Third one.
Our next creature is the mimic. The mimic.
Why has the music tone gotten worse? Mimic! Okay, it looks like a human. Great. I feel like this one's gonna be the one that eats humans. Like, I have a big feeling. Not because I've seen people talk about it, but because the way it looks. Like, look at it. Look, it's obviously malnourished. It's obviously very malnourished. And what else does it look like? Look at you. Look at yourself right now. And then look at that mimic picture. What does it look like? It looks like a human. And what do we know from a few other analog horrors, such as Mandela Catalog, on what happens if a creature or anomaly is shaped just like a human? Probably eats humans. Am I right? Let's find out.
The mimic is a bipedal creature with uncanny similarities to humanoid anatomy. They greatly resemble humans without skin, with added exaggerated features. These features include extended finger length, longer limbs, bulging, empty eyes, and their most prominent feature, a wide, teeth-filled smile.
Of course.
Although it resembles a happy face, this is due to coincidence, and is only how their facial structure is shaped. The maw of the mimic contains much more teeth than humans, and their teeth is comprised almost entirely of incisors, with some canine and premolars in the back. This tooth composition is ideal for biting down onto meat and swallowing chunks whole.
Nice.
A mature mimic's diet is comprised entirely of human flesh.
Of course it is. See? See, I knew it. I knew that there would be at least one creature in this entire video that would only prey on humans. And of course, as you heard before I paused the video, the music stopped. Great. Woo! We're getting hunted with this one. Okay.
Because of this, they are found solely around human-populated areas.
Okay.
The mimic's life cycle is made of 3 stages. In the first stage, a young mimic separates from the crawl. They closely resemble their trimming relatives.
Yeah, I bet they do. Why are mimics so malnourished if they eat humans? Like, there's so many humans in the world, and there's a few mimics out there in this fictional universe. Like, why aren't mimics, like, big and fat? Why are they all malnourished? Like, I get it's because of the horror aesthetic, but realistically, mimics would be big, fat mimics. We'd have fat mimics walking around. Big, fat ones.
But are thin, sleek.
Ew! What is that? That's just a baby? Yeah, if you see that, shoot it. Shoot it. Get a big gun. Get a gun. I don't care how big or small the gun is. Shoot that thing. Shoot it. If it's a baby, kill it with the gun. Shoot it. Just shoot it. If you gather all the baby mimics and shoot them, we have no mimics. And if there is any more that's reproduced, shoot them too.
And only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow.
Okay.
Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more
Nah, bro. Mick locked inside home after owner escaped.
complicated. It now stalks and feeds.
Mimic locked in home after owner escapes. So there it is.
Only on humans.
Of course, it only on humans in its adolescence. You already said that once. I can see that the way it's in people's homes.
It will locate human-populated areas.
What was that? Am I flexing? Hold on. You know my trick, guys. No, that's not slow enough. Boom.
It will
What It's so fast that I need have it perfectly.
Are thin, sleek, and only have 4 appendages. In this stage, the young mimic will hunt small animals, moving on to larger and larger as they grow. Once large enough, it will begin metamorphosis into the next stage of life. Once fully transformed, it will resemble the description mentioned in the beginning. Its hunting style changes and becomes much more complicated.
It sounds so much creepier slow down.
It now stalks and feeds only on humans.
Oh, dang. Okay, that's a size comparison, alright. Yeah, it's pretty tall. Okay, that was the thing I missed. Okay.
It will locate human populated area and begin its search for an easy target.
Normal.
To blend in, it may use objects to conceal itself. These include clothing, mannequins, and furniture.
How can they fit in the mannequins, though?
Once a target has been found, the mimic will observe its prey and learn its routine and when it is most vulnerable. This is typically when the human is asleep at night. Once the prey is within position, the mimic will advance silently until it is close enough. The mimic will then execute it immediately and begin consumption.
Okay, makes sense. They do kill humans, so of course there'll be a bloody mess.
Once the mimic has had its fill, it will leave the scene, a fair distance away from the human population, and begin to digest.
Alright, let's see what it looks like. Before we see it. Oh, God. Still looks malnourished as frick.
Its
Of
meal.
course it's malnourished. I definitely, if any scary creature in analog horror is malnourished, you know it's scary.
Though, in the case that a human is awake, a mimic will use a variety of sounds to either lure or startle prey into cornering themselves.
What? Okay, I thought that was the actual door.
Once a human is in place, it will swiftly attack and kill the helpless target.
Oh no. Oh no. Not found footage. I hate found footage. You already know I hate found footage from the boiled one reaction. I think this is like the only found footage, real good found footage. And also in this found footage, there's this jump scare, but it's not that scary. I would say I've definitely gotten used to the jump scare now. But yeah, this is where the infamous picture of the mimic comes from. It's mimicking sounds. It's mimicking like a bell. Bro, I do not know why you have the flashlight on. I swear, people make the dumbest decisions. First, the dude in Gemini Home Entertainment where he went inside the home or just was near that strange home and got killed by the wood crawler. And now this. Like, bro, turn off that flashlight and quit breathing so hardly, or the dang thing will find you. It's in the room. You dumb mother fricker. Turn the flashlight off and quit breathing so hardly. Yeah, you're cooked, bro. I hear footsteps. It's right there with you now. I swear to God, bro. Yep, you're cooked. You're cooked. You're definitely cooked, bro. Even has the salad fingers. Has salad fingers, bro. Ew. Anybody want to see your salad fingers, Mimic? That's where the infamous picture comes from. But yeah, you're cooked, bro. If I say, I swear to God, if I say, would you like a banana? I don't get jump scared. Because that's what happened with my man in the suit reaction. I asked man in the suit if he wanted a banana and he didn't jump scare me. So. Yep, bro, you got cooked. You got cooked, bro. Yeah, you got cooked, bro. Should have had that flashlight on and breathing so hard. I bet you were delicious. Sorry. Oh God, I knew it was gonna happen, but it's been a while since I fully directly watched a jump scare that actually kind of got me a bit. But it wasn't as bad as some other ones. It was like, oh wow. I thought it was slower. Did they speed it up? Anyway, continue. Bro got killed.
The next stage.
Bro got eaten up. Honestly, good job, Mimic. You did a good job. Bro was too stupid. Bro was stupid. And I mean very stupid. Congrats. I hope that person was tasty.
The mimic's life cycle has two potential morphs it may develop into.
Oh, really?
If a mimic has a consistent supply of food, it will develop more human-like features.
No.
It will grow skin, hair, and by the end will look nearly identical to a human being. It now can blend entirely into civilization and lure other humans more effectively.
You're joking.
The second type of morph happens when a mimic receives an overabundance of food. It will grow into a larger, more evolved hunter.
Did it literally become... It literally became the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, look at it. The white mask, like, the white mask-like face and the black body. It's exactly like the puppet from Five Nights at Freddy's.
Its proportions will increase in length, and its humanoid features will fade away. It grows a thick, dark coating of a flexible skin, which is highly durable. And
why does this kid or why does this person have a notebook filled with all this information? I'm pretty sure it's a kid, because why else would anyone have a simple old notebook filled with these drawings of these creatures? But yeah, why I swear God, bro draws these at school and the teachers are like, what are you drawing? And kid be like, I'm drawing a mimic. It eats humans. Like the audacity and courage you have to draw that at school, bro. More
increases in strength the more the elder mimic consumes. This excludes the face, which is now coated in a pale pink skin. The mimic's teeth have also moved deeper into the mimic's throat, leaving its mouth a toothless grin. It uses the dark hue of its skin to hide seamlessly within a dark environment. Its skills have also been heightened. This makes an elder mimic one of the most efficient predators on the planet. Because of the obvious threat this poses on humanity, nations around the world have released instructions on how to be able to fend for yourself in a mimic encounter.
Just napalm bomb them! Like, if there's literally a creature that only eats humans in the world, I would say, find them all, capture them all, put them in a secluded area, and hit them with a bunch of napalm bombs. All of the napalm bombs we have. Like, that's what you need to do if there's ever a creature that eats only humans. Find them all, capture them all, and then napalm bomb them. Every, year or so. Or nuke them. I don't know.
Here are the instructions.
1. Avoid going out alone if your location is known to have mimics, or there have been mimic sightings. 2.
I don't go outside alone, period. At least not in the dark, bro.
If you encounter a stationary mimic, seemingly unfazed by your presence, quietly leave the location and alert your local authorities. 3. If pursued by a mimic, get yourself into a position where you are able to flee. Mimics will rarely attack if a person has a clear escape route. 4. In the event that you have been cornered by a mimic, roll into the fetal position, protecting your neck, face, and vital organs from attack. Make as much noise as you can to alert any other people. 5. If you have a weapon, do not use it. A mimic is fairly resilient, and any strikes or shots on a mimic is not effective enough to bring it down.
Are you serious right now?
Time. Instead, use it as a barrier between you and the mimic to block any attacks.
Bro. Are you serious right now? Are you serious right now? I can't believe this stupid voice. Woman voice. What you mean, don't use a weapon? It's highly resilient and it won't bring it down. I'll shoot it in the eye if I need to. Or in its stupid little smile. I'll take that smile off of its face. That's all I can tell you. Like I have so many, legitimately, anything, if I have, if I have anything nearby me that I can use as a weapon, I will use it as a weapon. And I have a lot of things in my room that I can use as weapons. A music stand, crutches, what else? This old TV. Basically anything. Anything I get my hands on is a weapon. And practically, but anyway, yeah, you get the point. If there's anything that can be a weapon near me, I will use it. And I got all these, dinosaur action figures that make a lot of noise. And so if the mimic tries to eat me, I'll just make all of my dinosaurs roar. And honestly, someone has got to hear all of these Jurassic World dinosaurs roaring in the middle of the night. It's hilarious. But anyway.
6. In a situation where a mimic is hunting in the immediate area, and is not aware of your position, hide somewhere low, like under a bed or behind other furniture. A mimic will not linger too long to search for prey.
It didn't do that with that dude. Probably because that dude had his flashlight on. Bro was hiding in his closet with his flashlight on and breathing, huffing and puffing, like... like, bro, obviously it's gonna find you. Even if you hid in the closet. You need to turn that goddamn flashlight on. Like, yeah, turn that flashlight off. And start huffing and puffing like that. Of course it's gonna find you. Stupid.
And we'll move on.
Be safe and avoid any encounters with a mimic at all costs.
Good thing this is fiction.
Next up, the Harvester.
Harvester?
The Harvester.
Sounds like familiar.
The Harvester is a large, bulbous mass with a large amount of tendrils spreading from the base. The bulb measures around 3 meters in height and 2 meters in diameter. The tendrils, on the other hand, can extend up to 150 meters in diameter horizontally. The Harvester is a specialized form of crawl that grows in a unique and deadly way. A harvester is created when a node that will grow into a harvester, instead of separating, continues to grow. Eventually, it will grow tendrils of its own. It uses the energy provided by its mother branch and expands its reach further. Its tendrils, hidden just below the surface of the ground. The Harvester is equipped with 2 types of specialized tendrils.
Man, gotta love his creepy low voice, bro. Honestly, this AI voice, I actually kind of like this AI voice. It's a bit creepy, but it's nice. Don't know why.
The first type is bulky and flat. They lie the closest to the surface.
Looks like a rib. It looks like an uncooked barbecue rib.
These branches are lined on each length of the tendril with spines, extending in the shape of a bear trap. On each side of the branch, those particular spines have a vein that feed into them, that pump 2 types of venom.
Venom?
On one side, the spines can inject a neurotoxin, which will attack the nervous system of whomever it is injected into, causing sudden paralysis. The other side can inject an anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting.
Bro.
What a sweet little orc village. Let's make some trees nearby.
Frick your orc village, bro.
Anticoagulant, which when injected, prevents blood cells from clotting. Whenever a large animal moves across the area armed with these tendrils, the branches will clamp onto the animal and thrash violently. Once the prey has been injected with both venoms, the tendrils will rest and the prey will immediately collapse. The animal will be unable to move due to the paralysis, and the wounds caused by the thrashing spines will not stop bleeding. All the prey can do is lie patiently, until succumbing to blood loss.
What?
Once the prey has bled out, the second type of tendrils come in. They lie below the spine equipped once. These branches are thick, but very sturdy. They share similar anatomy to the small branches of the crawl, equipped with organelle that absorbs nutrients. These tendrils sense the blood, and move their way to the surface and begin to absorb the vital fluid. Once the blood has been consumed, the tendrils will wrap around the body and begin to shuffle downwards. This movement loosens the soil and slowly pull the body underground. Once secure, the tendrils will continue to feed until there is nothing but scraps. The nourishment absorbed by the tendrils will be sucked back into the main bulb of the harvester. This bulb houses all the vital organs and the venom glands that pump into the spines.
Kind of looks like a pine cone. Like a big, meaty pine cone. Like, doesn't it? Anyway.
The nutrients are then converted into usable energy. The remains underground decompose, providing a rich soil, causing very prominent plant growth, which then attracts more animals.
And cycle continues.
A strange behavior the harvester displays is its choice of diet. The spines will only activate on larger animals, allowing smaller ones to pass by unaffected. The spines will also not activate on some species of bird. There are a couple theories as to why this happens. One, it could be that attacking smaller animals would cost too much energy for what they get in return, making it not worth the time. Another could be that smaller animals may attract larger animals or predators, allowing a safe place where prey may thrive and lure more predators. It truly is astonishing. Although it is a spectacular creature, it is also very dangerous. The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you are stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you.
Oh, that's funny though. If you get stung by a harvester, there will be no helping you. Bro. Know how funny that is? Like, it's literally one of those situations where the best thing you can do is pray, but it won't work since you're gonna die anyway. Bro, that's a bit messed up. It's so messed up, it's funny. Bro.
That there is no cure, and fatality is 100% positive.
100... What appeared? Oh, we gotta catch that, guys.
Creature. It is also very dangerous.
I saw something and I'm interested.
The harvester is decently rare, only populating sparse areas in the northern hemisphere and woodland forests. If you were stung by a harvester, there will be no way of helping you.
I think this is important.
Being that there's no cure.
Why does it, when it's slowed down, why does he sound like some weird drunk guy? Like, bro. Ah! I swear to God. Felt something go in my ear. Bro.
And fatality is 100% positive.
Ah. No, I don't care anymore. I don't care. I just want this get over with.
The best thing you can do is avoid encountering a harvester in the first place. If you were hiking, take note of any warnings or signs saying that there are harvesters around.
Imagine if you, print it I know there's some YouTubers who make, fan-made signs and stuff, but imagine you put up a fake harvester warning sign as a joke, and when people who've seen Vita Carnis go to that area, like a campsite or a fishing spot, and they see that, they're like, what the actual fuck? Like, bro, it would be a funny prank, bro. What the fudge? Like they'd be, what the fudge? Like, you know how amazing and funny the prank would be?
If you also notice an abundance of lush, ground-dwelling plants in a forested area.
I'm talking about, I'm obviously saying in the real world it would be funny, but in this world it wouldn't be a joke.
And there are no signs of wildlife. This is suspicious and you should leave the area, staying close to the base of large trees or rocks. If you find yourself in the middle of a harvester ground, do not panic.
Do not panic.
Sudden movements may activate the tendrils and will inject you. Although a harvester is rather forgiving, do not risk any skittish movements. Remain calm. If you have any objects with considerable heft, like coats, backpacks, or full water bottles, gently take that object and lightly toss it towards the bulb, and away from your escape route. This will activate the spines on where the object lands, distracting the bulb for a moment. You will then slowly begin to do wide shuffles away from the bulb. If possible, throw another object when you are certain you are a fair enough distance away, just to be safe. Continue until you are completely sure you are out of harm's way. You may come out unscathed, but don't be too obnoxious, or you will be a harvester's next meal. Next up is the host.
The host?
The host of
There's a scary film called The Host, I'm pretty sure. But I'm not getting into that.
influence.
Host of influence?
The host of influence, more commonly referred to as the host, has its name derived from a host who invites guests to an event. Not to be confused with a host, a harborer of parasites or disease. The host is a semi-humanoid looking organism. It has the structure of a head, torso, and arms. Other than this, it shares no other characteristics. The lower half of the host is comprised of a mass of fibrous tissue and tendrils that burrow into the ground to hold the host in place. Instead of skin, the host is covered in muscular tissue fibers, tendons, and veins. In some parts of the body are covered in a meaty plate, used to cover any large exposed areas, but allowing movement. The host's head has a smooth surface where the face should be, attached to a crooked neck, which houses a slit in the front used for feeding. On the host's back is a mound of pores. Protruding from these pores are hollow, hair-like structures, extending outwards. These hairs are barrels that release spores produced within host's body by being fired into the air. These spores are hazardous, so keep clear of them at all costs. Luckily, the host is rare, only found in North America.
Oh, nice. Wait,
Obtaining info.
no, dang it, I live in North America. Just kidding. This isn't real.
About the host is a very risky and daunting task. This is because of their rarity and of how dangerous it is to be up close to one. The spores released by a host is very dangerous when inhaled. A host will release a cloud of spores into the air, which will be picked up by wind and carried great distances. If an organism inhales the spores, the particles will find their way into the organism's brain and infect them. An infected organism will show no symptoms of infection right away, but a couple hours after infection the infected organism's behavior and thought process will change. The first symptoms that appear are restlessness, sluggish movement, numbness of joints, and lack of coordination. Then more serious symptoms appear over time. These include dizziness, migraines, impaired speech, and trembles. If you, or someone you know show these symptoms, contact poison control or emergency services.
Why did it get all so dark? Like, bro.
After a total of 6 to 7 hours after infection, the organism will cease all activities they were previously doing and begin to walk. The direction the infected will walk is towards the host whose spores have been inhaled by the infected individual.
That kind of took me off guard.
If the infected makes their way to the host, they will kneel down in front of it, expose their vital organs, and the host will promptly gut and remove those organs. The host.
What? But yeah, those like small shots and clips of the person POV walking, the like clips of the POV walking, they're probably infected. Yeah, R.I.P. Rest in peace. Oh yeah, I just realized this is another guy who eats humans. Yay! Not only we have mimics who go out, like, actually go out and physically kill humans, but we got the host of influence, which infects humans and brings them to it so it can eat them.
Will consume them and discard the leftover scraps. However, if an infected organism doesn't reach the host within a 36-hour span or is treated for their infection, the effects will wear off and return back to normal. If a host is unable to find prey or doesn't like its current location, it will unroot itself and move to a new location. Their scarce numbers and the hazard of being around one makes getting info about the host very daunting. All you need to currently know is that the host is extremely dangerous and should be avoided at all costs.
Like, I would definitely say in order to, like, actually, like, fight it, you need a gas mask, probably. Or just the...
Next, the monoliths.
Monoliths?
The monoliths. The monolith is a very new creature, only showing up in June of 1972, in the area of...
It blurred out, but if you zoom in, there's one red spot here in Canada. Somewhere in Canada. It's in, like... It's probably near, like, Toronto or something, looks like.
There are only 7 monoliths, all of them located in a circular position,
Of course.
1.5 kilometers in diameter. This ring of monoliths surrounds...
Yeah, that's probably also classified.
The monolith is a Titanic-sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground, a torso. Sized being, measuring roughly 120 meters in height. Each monolith has 2 trunk legs that are firmly embedded underground.
How big is it? How big is that?
The legs connect to a torso. The creature
It's
itself is
huge.
made of hundreds of thousands of meaty strands, tightly woven together to form the structure. These strands end at the neck, fusing into a solid mass of hardened flesh in the shape of an upside-down triangle, with a hole in its center. On each side of the monolith where arms would be, there are dozens of long, rope-like appendages. These reach just barely to the ground. At the creature's feet, the strands go deep into the earth and extend horizontally a decent distance away. What the monoliths do is simply stand and do nothing. The only activity documented that the monoliths have done was in...
Of course it's
During this
classified.
period, they were extremely aggressive. When the group of were making their way to the city, the monolith that they had passes roared a deep bellow and swung its appendages at the team, completely wiping them out. When military vehicles were dispatched, once they got close enough top the monolith, it roared another call, this time releasing an EMP blast, completely knocking the vehicles out in the vicinity. Finally, long-distance rockets were fired and struck the creature.
Oh. What? Is it doing a mating call? Is it doing a ritual?
Although damaged, it
I swear to God that those things were doing like a mating ritual or just some weird ritual.
regenerated at great speed and resumed its stance unscathed. Eventually, the area has been fenced off and is now restricted to all. Ever since, the monolith stands silently, now only a grand spectacle of awe and mystery, only adding more questions to these meat beings. And finally, the last creature on this list is...
What?
The singularity is the orb.
Singularity? I can't read some of that. If y'all can like tell me what that says in the comments, let me know.
Comprised of a dark-colored mineral with hints of luminous colors within
Oh no, it's telling us.
its core. The singularity is estimated to be 1 meter in diameter. The orb has several unique qualities that are not well understood. The singularity typically can be found suspended in air by an unseen force. There are also a variety of reading that have been documented coming from the orb itself. Various things like magnetic fields, energy signatures, and other pattern-like signals released by the singularity. The population of these creatures is unknown. Almost all info about the singularity is hidden or confiscated by officials. We were only able to receive one classified document about the singularity being held by
What?
marvelous and majestic world that exists today. It's as extraordinary to have such strange and mysterious beings appear all around us.
Okay.
Thank you for joining us on this journey of exploration and discovery of the lives of these living meat creatures.
And that's the end. Thanks for watching. More to come. Yeah, that's the end of Vita Carnis. At least for now. Well, yeah. We still have plenty of more Vita Carnis stuff to look over. But for today, that is enough. If you haven't already, like and subscribe if you like this sort of stuff. And hit that notification bell. Let you know when another reaction comes out. And with that, that's it. See y'all later, folks. Bye.